Hello everyone! The episode 77 is complete now, and the only thing which is missing at the moment is 2 minutes of new secret scenes that Boom promised to add in the full version of the episode. And it's supposed to already come out on this week's weekend if everything goes according to Boom's plan. And while we are waiting for it to happen, I decided to give you my best predictions on what we might see in it because, as you remember, some of my theories regarding the fourth part of episode 77 actually came out to be true. And I'm going to also discuss the hottest theories that occupy the mind of Skibidi fanbase right now, and give you my personal opinion on what I find really plausible to happen in the actual episode. And just as always, I also paid attention to my subscribers' theories, and I'm going to mention the most interesting of them as well today. Now get your tea and snacks ready, and prepare to watch this video to the end, because this is going to be really interesting. Let's go. And be sure to also give this video a like, and subscribe to my channel where I make a lot of entertaining content while you are waiting for the full episode to get released. Okay, so if you're subscribed now, let's continue. And well, based on the 4 leaks that we received a few days ago, we know for a fact that Astro Duchess is coming back together with her Astro Squad, so I won't be talking too much about that as it is already confirmed. But what I'm more willing to discuss, though, is the forgotten case of Titan Cameraman, who is rumored to be in the second leak, as well as the new character Astro Duke, which is more than likely to appear soon in the series as well. Okay, so let's start with Titan Cameraman, who doesn't really let me sleep at night peacefully since episode 74, where he presumably disappeared after heroically taking out the whole ISOTOILET's armada, but also suffering great injuries himself. But we were never shown his lifeless body, which is contrary to Boom usually does when a character of his series passes away. For example, when Plungerman passed away, we saw exactly how his body stopped working, and all his comrades freaked out while watching him to do so. But in Titan Cameraman's case, everything happened to be much more ambiguous and interesting. We saw the shocked reactions of Titan Speakerman and the Alliance's agents that saw Cameraman taking the forces of Astrofleet down. But what happened afterwards was just a giant mess, where we couldn't see a trace of Titan Cameraman's body, dead or alive. And more information was revealed to us in the full version of episode 76 as we finally got the translation of Astro Duchess's words with the UFO toilet. And this conversation between 2 Astro characters revealed that a squad of Astro toilets, which was meant to track down the survived Titan Cameraman, has gone missing, and now even Astro Duchess and the UFO toilet are uncertain about their fates. And at the end of the full version of episode 76, we saw both of them flying to the next point of their destination. And well, I've already said that Astro Duchess is meant to appear in the full episode 77 because her face was shown to us directly on one of the leaks, which means that the high time has come for Boom to finally show not only the Astro Squad to us, but also Titan Cameraman it was chasing after. So the plot of the full episode will most likely split on 2 separate sequences. The first plot arc will still involve Titan G-Man and Astro Juggernaut that got separated from the Skibidi Army and Astro Fleet. And I believe that in the full episode we'll see the prolonged and more epic fight between the Skibidi from G-Man's squad and Astro Toilets. And that's exactly when the Astro Squad led by Astro Duchess can show up. And Titan Cameraman can also appear as well out of nowhere in the middle of the battle and take everyone by surprise, even his own comrades. And if the Speakerman's armada will also show up somewhere in the meantime, that would simply mean that we should expect the craziest 2 minutes in the history of Skibidi Toilet. So I'm not really sure whether we would see everything that Boom promised to us so far, and probably he will have to give something up in order to cook the full version sooner. So it's possible that some of what I was talking about could be left for episode 78 already. And obviously I wasn't the only one who was expecting Titan Cameraman to return, and my subscribers also shared some thoughts on this possibility. So I noticed this comment from the user named EA Proboor who wrote, "The secret scenes sound like the brand new episode. It's obvious that Astro Duchess will show up. Initially, I thought that they're planning to track down Titan Cameraman, so I think we might see him while he's absolutely wrecked, given that Titan TV man who's the best Alliance's tech got injured from simple Astro Toilets. So Titan Cameraman is absolutely cooked. And let me say something here. Although it is really possible that Titan Cameraman might face an unfortunate turn of events in case he shows up, it would be pretty weird of Boom to reintroduce one of the most beloved characters who managed to survive the hopeless situation before, just in order to destroy him in front of our eyes. Wouldn't it be more beneficial for him to give Titan Cameraman an epic comeback and then develop his plot arc to a more promising direction? Well, at least that's what I would personally do. And then the brother writes, I suggest that Duchess and the Duke will come. Of course, Duke won't come for the pathetic injured Titan Cameraman, as Astro Destroyers can take him on their own. I think Duke will come for the traitor G-Man instead. That's why G-Man went somewhere else, because definitely Astro Toilets are very goddamn strong. There's many possibilities, such as Duchess chasing Titan Cameraman with the UFO toilet, and suddenly G-Man comes to the scene with Juggernaut trying to cap him. If it happens, I swear G-Man would be the smartest ever in the series. What confuses me is how would the Duchess and Astro group chasing Titan Cameraman would meet up with G-Man and Juggernaut? And how would the Duke come? And I really like the idea of a completely separate plot line involving Astro, Duchess, Duke, and G-Man. So now let's talk it in details. I already mentioned Astro Duchess and Titan Cameraman, who were spoiled to appear in the leaks for the full episode. But what about the mysterious Astro Toilet with the red device on his forehead? And I am pretty sure that in can be Astro Duke, who was teased to appear just as much by Boom. But what do we know about him? Given his name, it's plausible to assume that he's directly related to Astro Duchess, possibly as her spouse or father. Astro Duke's role within the hierarchy is also quite significant, possibly placing him among the highest-ranking members of the Astro faction. We know that from the dialogue that happened between Astro Juggernaut and G-Man at the end of episode 77, where it was implied that Duke is closer to the leader of the Astro faction who could be responsible for exiling G-Man in the past, and now it's unlikely for him to greet the former commander back. So if Astro Duke appears, we might see some revelations about his background and interactions with Astro Duchess, which would shed light on their potential familial or strategic bond. And I'm not really sure whether we'll see some of his battle potential in use or not, but I already expect it to be extremely formidable, as he's supposed to be even stronger than both Astro Juggernaut and Astro Duchess. I think that his abilities could include advanced tactics, superior physical strength, or unique weaponry, and a warrior like this could only appear in the most important battles where everything is at stake, so that the enemies of Astro faction wouldn't learn about his fighting patterns too soon and be able to come up with some resistance tactics. So right now, we don't know much about Astro Duke, but I was so excited about his character that I already got some assumptions on what he might act like and what role could he possibly play in battles or strategic planning against the Alliance. So I would envision him as a commanding and really enigmatic figure, embodying both strategic intelligence and high confidence. He may act like a leader who has respect and loyalty from his troops, not just through sheer power, but also through tactical brilliance and charisma. His entrance into the plot would raise the stakes and add depth to the Astro faction's internal dynamics. His leadership could introduce the new strategies or tactics and become a turning point in the Astro Toilet's fight against the Alliance. If he shares a connection with Astro Duchess, then their shared history might reveal a deep personal bond. So his arrival could be accompanied by revelations about the history of the Astro faction or its motivations. And it would also be really cool to see his former connection to G-Man, who also used to be pretty high up in the Astro Toilet's hierarchy, and it's obvious those two knew each other well. So what happened, though? How did G-Man part ways with Astro faction, and will he actually face any consequences for his rebellion soon? I really doubt that Boom would manage to put that plotline into the full episode, but I definitely expect this arc to get developed by episode 78 at the very least. And I also really hope that his personality might be just as complex as Astro Duchess's, because right now we have an idea that the majority of Astro Toilets are just senseless, bloodthirsty soldiers that are happy to destroy both the agents of the Alliance and Skibidi Toilets, who are basically the kin of G-Man, the traitorous Astro Commander. But what if with his appearance, we'll learn something new and unexpected about Astro Toilet's lore? That would be really insane. And that was all for today. Write in the comments below about how excited you are to see the full version of episode 77, and be sure to subscribe to my channel not to miss my new videos, and also to my Discord where you can contact me directly and get lots of info for my subscribers only. And that was me, ISOTOILET. See ya!